Have you ever wondered how long you might live after 70? Imagine this. What if I told you that there are specific, measurable factors that can give us clues about your life expectancy once you pass this milestone? It's not just about genetics or luck. Many aspects of our daily lives and choices can have a significant impact on how long we live. In this discussion, we'll dive into 6 key factors that influence life expectancy after the age of 70. From lifestyle habits to medical history, these elements can play a crucial role in determining how many years you have ahead of you. But here's the good news. By understanding these factors, you can actively make choices today that can improve your chances of living a longer, healthier life. Whether it's managing stress, staying active, or maintaining a balanced diet, small changes can have a huge impact. So, let's explore how these factors work and what you can do to maximize your longevity. Curious to dig into the details? Type, "Yes, I am," below and let me know where you're tuning in from, and I'll send you a little heart as we dive deeper together. Genetics. When it comes to how long we live, our genes play a significant role. While lifestyle choices like diet and exercise are essential factors, the foundation for much of our health and longevity is determined by the genetic blueprint we inherit from our parents. Let's explore how our family history and inherited genes influence our lifespan. Studies have shown that there's a clear hereditary influence when it comes to longevity. For example, research has demonstrated that people with long-lived relatives, particularly those with parents or grandparents who lived to 90 or older, are statistically more likely to live longer lives themselves. In fact, one study published in Nature found that if one of your parents reaches the age of 90, you're more likely to reach the same age. Genetics influence factors such as metabolic efficiency, immune system strength, and even the rate at which our bodies age. One of the key components of longevity genes is something called telomeres. Telomeres are protective caps on the ends of chromosomes, and they shorten as we age. When telomeres become too short, cells can no longer divide properly, which leads to aging and disease. Some people are genetically predisposed to have longer telomeres, which means their cells can divide more times before aging becomes an issue. Studies have shown that individuals with longer telomeres tend to live longer, healthier lives. Let's take a closer look at some real-world examples. One of the most famous examples of genetics influencing longevity is the case of the blue zones, regions around the world where people live extraordinarily long lives. These include areas like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, and Loma Linda in California. While lifestyle factors like diet and physical activity play a role, researchers have also found that genetics is a contributing factor. For instance, people in these regions often share genetic traits that protect against age-related diseases and contribute to longer lifespans. Another example is the case of Jean Calment, who holds the record for the longest confirmed human lifespan. She lived to 122 years old, and much of her long life was attributed to her genetics. Her family members, including her mother and grandfather, also lived exceptionally long lives. It's clear that her genetic makeup gave her a significant advantage when it came to longevity. However, it's important to note that while genetics provide the foundation for our potential lifespan, they don't determine everything. Genetics can only give us a predisposition to live longer or shorter, but they don't guarantee it. That's why, even if you come from a family with a history of longevity, lifestyle choices can either enhance or diminish your genetic advantages. So, while it's clear that genetics play a crucial role in how long we live, it's also important to remember that lifestyle factors can have just as much, if not more, of an impact. The next section will dive into how diet, exercise, and other lifestyle choices influence our lifespan, regardless of the genetic cards we're dealt. Lifestyle choices. While genetics certainly set the stage for our potential lifespan, the choices we make throughout our lives have a huge impact on how long we'll live, especially as we get older. Lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, sleep, and habits like smoking or drinking can either enhance or undermine our longevity. Let's explore how these choices influence our lifespan after 70. One of the most powerful lifestyle choices that affects our health and longevity is our diet. The food we eat directly impacts our body's ability to function well as we age. A balanced, Nutritious diet can help prevent or manage chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure, conditions that are common among older adults and can significantly shorten life expectancy. On the other hand, a poor diet high in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats can lead to obesity, inflammation, and other health issues that can reduce lifespan. Eating a variety of whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats has been linked to improved health outcomes and longer lives. For example, research suggests that plant-based diets, such as a Mediterranean diet, which is rich in vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and fish, are associated with reduced risk of chronic disease and extended life expectancy. Additionally, diets high in antioxidants, like berries and leafy greens, can help protect cells from damage and prevent the diseases associated with aging. But diet alone isn't enough. Regular exercise is another key factor that contributes to longevity. Physical activity helps maintain muscle strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular health, which are all essential for living a long, healthy life. Exercise can also improve mental health, reduce stress, and even prevent conditions like Alzheimer's disease. In fact, studies have shown that people who engage in regular physical activity can live several years longer than those who are sedentary. Even moderate exercise, such as walking for 30 minutes a day, can significantly improve health outcomes for older adults. It helps to maintain a healthy weight, improve circulation, and strengthen bones, which becomes increasingly important as we age. Additionally, exercise can boost the immune system, helping the body fight off infections and illnesses that become more common with age. Sleep is another lifestyle factor that should not be overlooked. As we age, getting enough quality sleep becomes more challenging, but it's also more important than ever. Sleep plays a crucial role in maintaining cognitive function, emotional well-being, and overall physical health. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to a range of health issues, including increased risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression, all of which can negatively affect longevity. Ultimately, making conscious, healthy lifestyle choices can drastically improve our quality of life as we age and can contribute to a longer, more vibrant life after 70. It's never too late to start adopting healthier habits. Whether it's changing your diet, exercising more, or quitting smoking, each positive change you make can have a lasting impact on your health and longevity. However, while lifestyle is a powerful factor, it's important to remember that our environment, relationships, and mental health also play crucial roles. Let's dive into how social connections and mental well-being can influence how long we live after 70. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Social connections and relationships. As we continue exploring the factors that influence longevity, it's clear that social connections and relationships play a significant role in how long we live, especially as we get older. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and the quality of our relationships has a profound impact on both our mental and physical well-being. In fact, strong social ties have been linked to longer, healthier lives, while social isolation can increase the risk of numerous health problems. One of the most notable ways that social connections affect longevity is through the emotional and psychological benefits of having close, supportive relationships. People with strong social networks, whether through family, friends, or community, tend to experience lower levels of stress and depression. Chronic stress has been shown to have a direct negative impact on health, contributing to heart disease, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Having close relationships, on the other hand, can help buffer the effects of stress, providing emotional support and helping individuals cope with life's challenges. Research has consistently shown that people who are socially connected tend to live longer lives. In one study conducted by the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, it was found that people with strong social relationships had a 50% greater chance of survival compared to those who were more isolated. The benefits of social connections are so significant that they have been shown to be as important, if not more important, than other health behaviors like exercise and diet when it comes to longevity. In addition to emotional support, relationships also provide a sense of purpose. Having close ties with others, whether through family, friends, or community, can give older adults a sense of belonging and meaning in life. This sense of purpose is incredibly important as we age, as has been linked to better mental health and physical function. Studies have found that people who feel they have a purpose in life tend to live longer and are at a lower risk of developing chronic diseases. In fact, research has shown that older adults who feel a strong sense of purpose have lower rates of heart disease and improved immune function. Beyond family and friends, social engagement through community involvement also contributes to longevity. Older adults who participate in social activities, volunteer, or remain active in their communities tend to experience greater satisfaction with life and often report better physical health. Social engagement helps keep the mind sharp, reduces feelings of loneliness, and provides a platform for people to stay mentally and emotionally active. On the flip side, social isolation is one of the greatest risks to health in older age. Being isolated from others can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression, which, as mentioned earlier, are linked to a range of health problems, including cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline. Loneliness has been shown to have the same negative health effects as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, making it a serious concern for older adults. Luckily, it's never too late to strengthen social connections and build meaningful relationships. Engaging in social activities, reaching out to loved ones, or joining local clubs or groups can all contribute to better health and increase longevity. Even maintaining digital connections, such as regular phone calls or video chats with friends and family, can help reduce feelings of isolation and improve emotional well-being. Mental and emotional health. While genetics, lifestyle choices, and social connections all contribute to longevity, one of the most important and often overlooked factors is mental and emotional health. How we feel emotionally and mentally impacts not just our psychological well-being, but also our physical health. Maintaining a positive outlook, managing stress, and caring for our mental health can significantly influence how long we live and the quality of life we experience as we age. One of the key ways that mental health affects longevity is through the connection between the mind and body. Chronic stress, for example, has been shown to negatively affect nearly every aspect of physical health. It can lead to inflammation in the body, which is associated with a higher risk of heart disease, cancer, and other chronic conditions. Prolonged stress can also weaken the immune system, making it harder for the body to fight off infections and illnesses. On the flip side, people who manage stress effectively through relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness tend to have better physical health and a greater chance of living longer. Mental health issues like depression and anxiety can also shorten life expectancy. Studies have shown that depression is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and even certain cancers. It can lead to a lack of motivation to take care of oneself, which might include neglecting important health habits like eating well, exercising, or seeking medical care. Depression and anxiety can also increase the likelihood of substance abuse, which further contributes to physical health decline. However, individuals who actively manage their mental health through therapy, medication, or lifestyle changes tend to experience a better quality of life and increase longevity. Having a positive mental attitude is another factor that significantly contributes to longevity. Optimism has been linked to better health outcomes and longer life. People who maintain a hopeful, positive outlook on life tend to have lower levels of stress, better immune function, and a reduced risk of developing chronic diseases. In fact, a study published in Psychological Science found that optimistic people tend to live longer lives and are less likely to experience premature death. This is because optimism can lead to healthier habits, better coping mechanisms, and improved physical health. In addition to managing stress and maintaining a positive attitude, a crucial aspect of mental health as we age is maintaining cognitive function. Keeping the brain active and engaged can prevent cognitive decline and reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Activities like reading, solving puzzles, learning new skills, or engaging in intellectually stimulating conversations can help keep the brain sharp and promote healthy aging. Socializing with others, as we discussed earlier, also helps keep the mind active and can prevent feelings of isolation and loneliness, which are linked to cognitive decline. One key element in mental health is finding purpose. Having a sense of meaning and purpose in life is strongly associated with longer, healthier living. Research has shown that people who feel they have a purpose, whether through work, family, hobbies, or community involvement, tend to have lower risks of chronic diseases, better mental health, and longer life expectancy. Purposeful living is linked to lower levels of stress, increased social engagement, and better overall well-being. People who are driven by a sense of purpose are more likely to take better care of themselves and to engage in activities that promote their physical and mental health. It's also important to note that emotional resilience, the ability to cope with and recover from adversity, plays a key role in longevity. Life is filled with challenges, and how we handle setbacks and difficult emotions can have a direct impact on our health. Resilient individuals tend to experience less stress, recover faster from illness, and are better equipped to deal with the challenges of aging. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and even therapy can help build emotional resilience, enabling individuals to manage difficult emotions and situations in healthier ways. Environment. The environment in which we live plays a crucial role in determining how long we'll live, especially as we age. While we often think of the environment in terms of natural factors like climate and pollution, it's not just about where we live. Our immediate surroundings, the neighborhood we choose, and the broader societal factors all contribute to our health and longevity. From the air we breathe to the healthcare resources available to us, the environment has a significant impact on our overall well-being and life expectancy after the age of 70. Let's start with the most direct environmental factor, air quality. Air pollution, particularly in urban areas, has been linked to a number of health issues, including respiratory diseases, heart disease, and even cancer. Long-term exposure to polluted air can shorten lifespan and increase the risk of developing chronic illnesses. People who live in areas with poor air quality are more likely to experience decreased lung function, higher rates of asthma, and increased cardiovascular problems, which can all contribute to a shorter life. In contrast, living in an area with clean, fresh air can reduce these risks and promote better respiratory and cardiovascular health, leading to a longer, healthier life. Another environmental factor that affects longevity is access to health care. Where we live often determines how easily we can access medical care and preventive services. In regions with well-established healthcare systems, individuals have greater access to doctors, specialists, and hospitals that can address health issues early, when they are most treatable. Regular checkups, vaccinations, and screenings for diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease can catch potential health problems before they become life-threatening. On the other hand, individuals who live in underserved areas with limited healthcare access are more likely to face delayed diagnoses, less preventive care, and poorer health outcomes. Having access to quality healthcare is crucial for longevity, especially as we age. The built environment, the infrastructure and facilities around us, also plays a major role in our ability to live long, healthy lives. Neighborhoods with safe streets, parks, walking paths, and public spaces encourage physical activity and social engagement, both of which are linked to longer lifespans. If you live in an area where it's easy to walk, bike, or engage in outdoor activities, you're more likely to stay active and maintain good health. In contrast, neighborhoods with limited green spaces, poor sidewalks, and high crime rates can discourage outdoor activity and social interaction, leading to a more sedentary lifestyle and increased stress, both of which negatively impact longevity. The quality of the food environment in the area you live also plays a significant role in longevity. Access to fresh, nutritious food is essential for maintaining good health. Living in an area with a strong focus on healthy eating, where fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins are readily available, supports better dietary habits and reduces the risk of diseases like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Unfortunately, many urban areas and rural regions face food deserts, areas where access to fresh, healthy food is limited. Without access to affordable and nutritious food, individuals are more likely to rely on processed foods, which can lead to poor health outcomes over time. Climate also plays a role in how long we live, especially as we age. Extreme weather conditions, such as extreme heat, cold, or frequent storms, can have a negative impact on health. Older adults, in particular, are more vulnerable to temperature extremes and are at higher risk for conditions like heat stroke or hypothermia. Additionally, regions that experience frequent natural disasters, such as floods, hurricanes, or wildfires, can expose individuals to physical danger, as well as mental stress, which can affect long-term health. Finally, social factors within the environment, such as the presence of a strong community and social networks, also influence longevity. Living in a community that fosters social connections, cooperation, and support can enhance quality of life and increase lifespan. People who are connected to their communities tend to have stronger emotional health, fewer feelings of loneliness, and a greater sense of purpose, all of which contribute to longer life. In areas where individuals feel isolated or disconnected, the risk of depression, anxiety, and social isolation increases, which can lead to poorer health outcomes and a shorter life expectancy. Environmental factors, whether physical or social, significantly impact the health and longevity of individuals. Living in an area with clean air, access to health care, safe streets, and a supportive community can greatly enhance your chances of living a long, healthy life. However, while the environment we live in can influence how long we live, it's important to remember that our lifestyle choices, genetics, social connections, and mental health all work together to determine our overall lifespan. In the final section, we'll discuss how financial stability can further impact longevity and why it's an important consideration as we age. Financial stability. When we think about the factors that determine how long we'll live, we often focus on things like genetics, lifestyle choices, and social connections. But one factor that is just as important, yet often overlooked, is financial stability. How financially secure we are as we age can have a direct impact on our health, access to health care, and overall quality of life. Having a solid financial foundation not only gives us the means to maintain a healthy lifestyle, but also provides the resources we need to cope with the challenges of aging. One of the most immediate ways financial stability influences longevity is through access to health care. Medical expenses can quickly become a burden, particularly as we age and require more frequent doctor visits, treatments, or medications. People with sufficient financial resources are more likely to have access to high-quality health care, which includes regular checkups, preventive services, and the ability to seek specialized care when needed. Early diagnosis and timely treatment can prevent or mitigate many health conditions, ultimately improving life expectancy. On the other hand, financial insecurity can make it difficult for individuals to afford necessary medications, treatments, or even basic health care, which can lead to untreated health issues that negatively affect longevity. Having a strong financial foundation also gives individuals the ability to live in environments that promote health. For example, financial security allows people to live in neighborhoods with access to nutritious food, safe streets, and opportunities for physical activity. Additionally, it can enable people to afford gym memberships, healthy foods, and wellness programs that contribute to long-term health. Financial stability can also make it easier to maintain an active lifestyle, such as participating in exercise classes, traveling to see family, or engaging in social activities, all of which are linked to better physical and mental health. Another crucial aspect of financial stability is the ability to plan for retirement. Many people over the age of 70 depend on savings, pensions, or retirement plans to support themselves. Those with financial security are more likely to have a comfortable retirement where they can enjoy their later years without worrying about day-to-day financial struggles. Financial independence during retirement reduces stress and allows older adults to focus on their health, relationships, and hobbies rather than being burdened by financial concerns. Stress, particularly financial stress, has been shown to negatively impact both physical and mental health, leading to a higher risk of chronic diseases and shorter life expectancy. On the other hand, financial instability during retirement can lead to anxiety, depression, and poorer health outcomes. People who are financially insecure may delay medical treatments or forego necessary medications because they can't afford them. They may also face housing insecurity, poor nutrition, and an inability to afford health insurance, all of which can contribute to a decline in health and reduce longevity. Studies have shown that financial hardship is directly linked to increased mortality rates, as the stress of financial instability takes a toll on both mental and physical health. Financial stability can also give people the freedom to focus on preventative care, rather than just reacting to health issues as they arise. Those who can afford preventive health care services like screenings, vaccinations, and wellness checkups are better able to manage their health before problems become serious. This proactive approach to health care can significantly improve quality of life and increase life expectancy. Additionally, having financial security can reduce the burden of caregiving for aging individuals. Many older adults rely on caregivers for assistance with daily tasks as they age, and having financial resources to hire professional care or access senior living facilities can make a world of difference. The ability to afford high-quality care ensures that individuals receive the help they need without compromising their dignity or quality of life. It also reduces emotional and physical strain on family members who might otherwise have to shoulder the burden of caregiving without support. Now, I encourage you to take a moment to think about these factors in your own life. Are you focusing on your lifestyle, building strong relationships, and taking care of your mental health? It's never too early to start making positive changes. Whether it's improving your diet, exercising more, or strengthening your social connections, every step counts toward a longer and healthier life. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on longevity. How do you approach these factors in your own life? Leave a comment below and share your insights with the community. Remember, while we can't control everything, we can certainly make choices that will help us live a longer, healthier life. Thank you for watching and take care of yourself today so you can enjoy many more years ahead.